Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Sitting in my van and it's very nostalgic. Brings me back to the first video I ever put on my channel really with this van when we first got it, and it looked a lot different. These are still here. I said they weren't going to be, but they're still here. But yeah, I have just cleaned my van for the very last time, potentially. We are putting it up for sale. So I'm sitting in here, I'm actually getting really upset because I'm silly and I get attached to things really easily. But yeah, I've just kind of styled it to basically take some very last photos of it. We were so close to getting this van how I wanted it, how I envisioned it, and how I dreamed it up. And I'm still so proud of myself for what I did achieve in here. It looks beautiful. And yeah, the only thing I didn't get done was the bench tops and the curtains, but I ended up really liking how the curtains tied in, so I didn't worry about them too much. But yeah, I am jumping on here to basically give you the final tour of our beautiful girl, the pop-up Puzey. She has done so good for us. We love her. We've had some amazing memories in here, but it's time to let her go. So if you guys have followed me on Instagram, you would have seen my post about how when I first got this van, we had an idea of what we wanted to do, the farmhouse look, and we pretty much achieved that. But it took for me to have a miscarriage to get in here, and that's how I healed myself. I threw myself into my creativity. I pulled all the doors off, I sanded them all, I painted them all, we redid the floors, and it was very distracting, but it gave me a lot of time to think. I played some very specific music to help me heal, and it was the best thing. It let the feelings trickle in and I could deal with them in a way that didn't wash me away, essentially. So yeah, tidying this up and getting ready to say goodbye just brought up some things for me. It's so silly, I'm crying over a van, but that's where we're at, and that is the true heart of Hayley. So you know, I'm all about being real and raw, so this is me in my very, very raw state. So yeah, I'm going to give you guys a final tour and a little farewell to our girl. So we're gonna I'm going to take some photos on my phone now and put it up on Marketplace, and yeah, just go through. There's a few little things that need tidying up. I want to see if I can clean like the screens and stuff just to tidy them up a little bit. But yeah, it's so sad. So a few people on Instagram were like, well, if you love it so much and it's affecting you so much, why are you selling it? And I thought the same thing, but we did our last holiday, which I'll put here. We did a vlog as well. So we had our last holiday in December, and if you're not from Australia, December is really, really stupidly hot. So we were camping in 40 degrees, and we had, obviously Kaysen was a bub, so we couldn't put him in here for a nap because it's canvas, and it was literally just like a sauna, so he wouldn't sleep in here, which made the holiday really hard, because obviously if you have a baby who doesn't nap, it's really hard. So we don't have aircon in here, so it makes it really, really hot. It's beautiful at night because it's all toasty and warm, and it's like, you can't even explain it. It's just amazing. And I love the sound of the rain on the canvas at night, you can't beat it. So I will miss that 100%. So yeah, just the cooling. So we're wanting aircon, and obviously when we go camping in winter, like right now, it is freezing cold. So if we took this out, we would all be so miserable and freezing. So we're after heating and cooling. I know it sounds so silly, but because we camp so often, it's just nice to have that luxury, and with small kids as well, we don't want them getting sick. So yeah, having that is going to be the big motivator. Our last trip was so hot, you guys, so hot. So yeah, and just another reason was my husband hates popping it up to pack it, popping it down, and then if you've packed it, the fridge, I'll show you the layout in a minute, but the fridge is all the way at the back. So when you pack it, the last thing you actually have to do before you travel is flick a switch on the fridge so that you can travel and the fridge stays cold. So it's really hard to pack it and then do that and then keep everything packed before you travel. So that was one thing Keaton really didn't like. So we're going to be looking for something else that has a fridge either at the door, yeah, or just differently, or we really just shouldn't take so much stuff. We camp with our 1-year-old, we have a 5-year-old, and we also have our stuffies. So usually I would be trying to keep the baby and the dog safe while we're popping this up, and it can be quite stressful. So as easy as it is, it's just, yeah, we're just looking for something. We don't have to do that. Like, you know, if we kept it, it is what it is and we love it. But if we're looking for something else, that is the factor that we wouldn't miss. So yeah, we're going to look for a van that doesn't pop up, even though, yeah, the pop-ups are friggin' amazing. So if you are looking at getting one, definitely do it, because they are so good, like so good. And it fits on your driveway nice. This can fit in our garage when we have it cleaned, so that's also good for suburbia. If you don't have a big driveway or a front yard, you can literally just put this into your garage. So that is why we bought this in the first place. However, it has lived on our driveway, so that's just that. So if we were to get a caravan, the fact that it's on our driveway, it doesn't matter anymore, because this has been on the driveway anyway for the last 2 years. So that's another factor we're thinking of as well. So yeah, that is why, that's 2 of the main reasons we're getting rid of this, and the other reasons, there are none. This thing is amazing, we love it. So it's just the heating and cooling and the popping up and down all the time. And if it gets wet, like when we do winter camping, if sorry, my kid's playing with the street kids, so it's a bit noisy. So when we do our winter camping, if the canvas gets wet, we have to pack it down to obviously travel home with wet canvas. And then the other thing is you have to pop it straight back up when you get home to air it out. But if it's raining for a week, it's up, it has a potential to leak. It's just, that's painful. But if you're a summer camper, you don't actually worry about that at all, because you never get leaks. So yeah, there's that. Yeah, that's really the only faults I can think of for our camping. I've been trying to think of them because we're trying to get rid of it, but I don't want to, so it's just one of those things. So we're going to put it up on Marketplace, and if we're going to come up with a price that basically is our non-negotiable, because we're not in a rush to sell this, so we're not just going to take any offer that we get. We're going to wait for an offer that sits comfortably, and then hopefully we can get ourselves into a nice van for that amount as well. So that would be the ideal opportunity, but we will obviously see. So being winter, obviously the prices go down because people aren't actively looking for camping stuff. Camping in winter is fun if you have the setup. If you don't, it's not something on your radar at all, trust me. So yeah, the prices go down, and they have been going down. I've been watching, so hopefully we can get a good enough price for this. But yeah, it's very sad. So I'm going to give you guys one last tour. It's all styled beautifully how I had it in my mind when I bought this and when I wanted to renovate it. So we got halfway there. So I'll run through that with you now, and yeah, goodbye old girl. Make sure to hit subscribe button as well, because obviously we're getting a new van. So if you like camping and all that kind of stuff, and interior design, we're going to be hopefully designing our new van to look just as good as this one does. So stay tuned for that, hit the subscribe button, and keep hanging out with us until then. There you go. Good job.
You can let it go. Time is up, the lights are going down. I know you have something to do before you leave town. A last goodbye and one last wish for you, that you learn to see you can let it go. You can let it go.
I thought I would empty the cupboards because I was feeling hopeful that potentially someone would come this week and pick it up, and then it would be all ready and easy to go, but nobody has even put a bid on, which is fine. It's winter, I get it. So all the stuff is here, and if it doesn't sell, we can go through it and make it more modernized and take out things that we don't actually need in the van. So it works out. But I hope that you guys enjoyed today's video, and make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.
I won't say goodbye yet. Can I change your mind? 'Cause I don't think we're finished.